right, perfect. My name is Daniel Helfisham. I'm the president of Interact Canwy. And I want to welcome every one of you guys. First, I'd like to start with our special guests. We'd like to welcome our district governor, Mr. Chase Lyle, our district secretary, Mrs. Soraya Warner-Gustav, our AGs, Mrs. Jayanti Hindori and Mr. Benedict Chanteur, our environmental sustainability chair, and also one of our judges, Mr. Matt Rander, the president of our mother club, Rotary Club of Paramaribo, Mrs. Nicole Chenaji, and all of the advisors from our club. We'd also like to welcome the two other judges, Mr. David Singh and Mrs. Annalisa Rashid. We'd also like to welcome one of our sponsors, Mr. Jerry Byro from Innovative Road Technologies, and every club and also our club, every club that's joining here today. Yes, we'd like to welcome you in short. This is the second Zoom meeting that we're hosting, the first one for all of you that were present there. We had presentations from experts, and today everyone is going to give a presentation about their possible project in order to win a prize. If you can give me a couple of seconds, I'm gonna share my screen. Yes, one moment. Yes, can everybody see this? Yes, okay. So yeah, what you got, what we're seeing here is the first, second, and third place. The first place is gonna win an amount of $1,000 US. The second place is gonna win an amount of 400 US, and the third 250. And we also thought of every club that's participating in order to give them a chance to actually realize their project. And so every other team that's not within the top three will get an amount of $100. In the last event, I said that each club, sorry, the winning club would get at least 750 US dollars, and that amount would increase over time. And this is the result. Yes. Before we begin, I'd like to ask everybody to, or at least the presentators, to talk a bit slower than usual, because our interpreters are present and they're working very hard to interpret all of your English, all of the English speakers, the French for our French fellows here. So please keep that in mind when presenting. Yes, that's all I have for you guys. I want to wish everyone good luck. It's quite a lot of money. It's a lot of money to realize your project. So yeah, give it your all, give it your best, and I wish every one of you good luck. I'd like to now give the word to Mr. Lyle Chase. Mr. Chase, RDG, are you present? Or can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes, yes, Daniel. I just needed to unmute myself. All right. I was looking at a different program, obviously, but here we go, my guys. I'll start off with the protocols, Daniel, if you don't mind, because we have here a wonderful cast. We have District Secretary and next year's Interact Chair, Soraya. We have, I'm not sure, I didn't see her, but this year's Interact Chair, Luana. Our District Environmental Sustainability Chair, Matt, who is from my own club. We have the President of the Rotary Club of Paramaribo, your mother club, as you call it, Nicole, and we have the Interact Advisor from Rotary Club of Paramaribo, Sharon, and yourself as our president. So, and we have distinguished judges, we have interactors, we may have Rotaractors and Rotarians. I want to tell you that it is an absolute honor and a pleasure for me to be invited and actually be able to attend the launch of this international competition hosted by you, the Rotary, the Interact Club of Canwy, creating a new world. How appropriate. And this is aimed at tackling 3 areas affecting our environment. Now, when I visited your club back in October 2020, your club had an average age of 16 years old. You are now 7 months older, and some of you may have just forgotten that visit, but I have not. You told me then that it was your plan to raise your profile to a more international level, and that your plan was to introduce a green project that would ultimately change lives for the better. I see today as the embodiment of that plan. I'm proud of all of you for this effort, and I assure you that it will be well worth it in the end. Our environment is fragile, and it is necessary to support your future, but it may not. Mother Earth has been generous to all of us, right? And Mother Earth is being disregarded by us in this generation, and may not be able to support you and your future in the style and manner that we know it today. But you are the future, and the responsibility for your future is now in your hands. Do not fail where your parents may have failed. Remind them every day that you want to live a safe and comfortable life too. Set the example where they do not. You also told me when I visited that you had launched a project to honor your fallen finance director, Levi, and that you planned a project to continue into the future in his honor. I heard you then. I can tell you now, I have honored Levi by making him a Paul Harris Fellow. That honor will endure and will be given to his parents on June 24th at our virtual award ceremony. So I hope that you will all be able to attend that evening. So I congratulate you, President Daniel, and the entire Interact Club of Canwy for having the courage to launch this initiative. I know it has not been easy, but nothing worthwhile comes easily. I congratulate all of the Interact clubs for participating, and I hope that you're going to have a lot of fun as you come up with projects to tackle plastic pollution, lack of biodiversity, and climate change. Let me end with a quote from the next Rotary International president, Sheikh Amita. The biggest gift we are given is the power to touch a life, to change, to make a difference in the circle of life. If we can reach out with our hands, heart and soul, the magic will begin to happen as the wheels begin to roll. Let's turn the wheel together so all humanity thrives. We have the power and the magic to serve, to change lives. So let the competition begin. I thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Lyle. I think it's applause worth. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to thank you also for what you're gonna do for Levi. It's very near and dear to our hearts, and it's amazing that you're honoring him in this way. Yeah, once again, thank you very much. It was a very good speech, and I'm quite motivated. I think every other club is motivated as well, or I hope so at least. And yeah, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Luana Falconer also. She joined just now, but she's also going to make a couple of remarks. Mrs. Luana, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, Daniel, I'm here. Thank you.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, good morning, everyone. And first, let me say what a pleasure it is for me to be here and apologize for being late. I got um, mixed up with the time zone, so I thought it was 11 o'clock. Thank you, Sharon, for reminding me. But anyway, I'm here now. I'd like to first congratulate the Interact Club of Paramaribo creating a new world and organizing this most innovative and important event. Climate change is everybody's business, and just like COVID-19, it doesn't discriminate. It will hit all of us. Some will survive, some will succumb. President Daniel, at the launch of the Olympics on the YouTube video, you said that the event was being organized because your club wanted people to care about the environment and to create awareness about the impact our actions are having on the environment. Awareness is a critical first step to addressing climate change. And the environment is an area where we tend to overlook because we can breathe fresh air, for example, and I'll be the first to confess that, we can breathe, we can get fresh fish, and we have access to many of the basic things, and we don't realize what is going on behind the scenes. In doing some research for this event, I discovered some staggering statistics, and it really does affect our lives. It's quite scary. One stat I found especially staggering is the amount of people, over 21.5 million people, who've had to been forcibly displaced because of climate change since 2008. Unbelievable. Then something that definitely needs our attention. We can all agree that it is critical to protect the environment so as to reduce the destruction of our ecosystem. As you are all no doubt aware, the ecosystem in which we live provides natural services for humans and all other species that are essential to our health, our quality of life, and importantly, our survival. With the inclusion of the environment as the seventh avenue of service in Rotary means more than ever, Rotarians have an important role to play in ensuring that we continue to live on this planet in a healthy and safe atmosphere. Foundation Trustee Chair Gary Huang summed it up nicely when he said, "It is time for us to use our collective resources to invest in a smart and efficient way to protect our environment. This initiative, therefore, is most timely." I would like to congratulate all the clubs that will be presenting today and wish them all the best. I hope that all the ideas that will be presented will have the opportunity to be um, implemented regardless of whether they are chosen as the winning entries and receive the prize money. So let me give you some tips. The entries that will not win today, but are no doubt going to be wonderful um, ideas and deserve implementation. Approach your sponsor clubs for funding. And don't say I told you, but you can also tackle the district governor to find out if he has any pennies left in the coffers that he can spare you. You can also ask District Governor-elect Sonia. Maybe if you ask nicely and make a strong case, who knows? But don't tell them I said so. So before I close, it would be remiss of me not to say how thoroughly impressed and proud I am of President Daniel and his team for doing a really excellent job in organizing this event. I was kept in the loop at all times. The communication was open, it was frequent. At no point did I really have to ask questions about what was happening next. And I think for young people, we need to recognize and applaud the manner in which they went about organizing this event. And I have to say that the future of District 7 to 30 Rotary really is in good hands if this is an indication of the quality of interact as we are molding. So guys, congratulations and best of luck to everyone. And please continue to stay safe. And again, my apologies for being a few minutes late. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Luana. Oh, yes. This is a very, very good start. I don't know about you guys, but I feel inspired. I feel motivated to do everything I can. Maybe for the last time, for the people that were late and also the team members that might be late, I'm going to show the prizes again. So this is the prize money. Yeah, 400 for the second place and 1,000 for the first place and 250 for the third. Every team will get at least $100 as they have already participated in the event. They've put in effort. And as you said, Mrs. Luana, their project will no doubt be very good, even if they don't win the first 3 prizes or something. So yeah, thank you very much. I'd now like to introduce our MC for tonight, Mr. Matai. Matai, can you hear me?
Good morning, everybody. Yes, President Daniel, I'm present and I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear clearly. Perfect.
Nice. Welcome, everybody. All protocol observed. I was going to read all of the names, but DG Lyle has done so kindly. Thank you. And thanks for those powerful opening remarks. You as well, Miss Falconer. I think this is the perfect sentiment. The competition is not only a competition, it's also a collaboration. It's between clubs of different backgrounds, different countries, but we're facing common threats. And I think from those we can reach common solutions. And I'm glad you expressed that. Thank you. Um, DG Lyle also said that we have very good judges. So I would like to read the bios of the 3 judges we have today. Those are Mr. Matt Renner, Miss Annalisa Rashid, and Dr. David Singh. I'll start with Dr. David Singh's. Dr. David Singh is director of WWF Guyanas with responsibility for Suriname and Guyana. He is a Guyanese natural resources management professional with more than 20 years executive and leadership experience in natural resource management with a focus on governance and institutional development. He has engaged directly with local and indigenous communities, civil society, governments, and the private sector in developing locally driven solutions to align their interest and respond to national and international agreements such as on climate change, biodiversity conservation, indigenous peoples' rights, and UN Sustainable Development Goals. Dr. Singh has led institutional change and worked to enable a range of stakeholders to vision and create sustainable policies that improve livelihood systems that achieve national and global environmental targets. He has worked and learned from a wide cross section of people, developing a strong appreciation for the conservation and natural resource challenges in resource dependent developing countries. His PhD is in organic chemistry. Ms. Annalisa Rashid is an environmental management professional and chartered scientist with extensive project-based experience in coastal/marine and hazardous chemicals and waste. She has significant experience in the Caribbean region and the United Kingdom and is adept at working in accordance with multilateral environmental agreements, national plans, and environmental policies, pursuant to fulfilling national and international environmental obligations. Our third and final judge is Mr. Matt Render. Mr. Render serves as the Environmental Sustainability Chair for Rotary District 7030, home to over 2,000 Rotarians in 17 countries and territories in the Southern Caribbean, in which capacity he leads projects related to coastal management, reforestation, and refrigerant removal. He is also an ambassador for St. Lucia at the Virtual Island Summit, an annual event that brings together over 10,000 policymakers, entrepreneurs, academics, and NGO leaders from island nations across the world to address complex and evolving issues related to sustainability, and a member of former Vice President Al Gore's Climate Reality Leadership 2020 cohort. Matt has an LBB from the University of Sheffield, an MBA from the University of Durham, and is certified in sustainability reporting by the GRI and sustainable tourism by the GSTC. Mr. Matt Render, I'd like to welcome you, and I hope you could tell us a bit more about your impressive distinctions. But I would like to welcome you to kindly explain the judging process. Are you in, Mr. Render?
Morning, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning.
Great. Okay, protocol having been established, I would like to thank the organising committee for the opportunity to be involved in this competition, and all participants for your enthusiasm and commitment to environmental causes within our district. It's truly inspiring to see the work that has been put into this project and the number of individuals that have given up their Sunday morning to be here. And to that end, each of today's teams should be incredibly proud of the work they're doing, regardless of the competition results. The judging process comprises two components. In the run-up to today's session, the judges were asked to review the project plans for each entry and assign a score based on the strength of the plan, the level of creativity and innovation demonstrated, the feasibility of project success, and the perceived value to the community. Today, the judges will focus on the presentations themselves, assessing each on the basis of delivery, creativity, originality, and audience engagement. I can tell you that all participants have submitted compelling project plans, and as we start the presentations this morning, there is everything to play for. On behalf of my fellow judges, I would like to wish all competitors the best of luck. Matai, back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Render. Very concise, very clear. I'd like to move on to announcing our first club, which will be Interact Club Triple T. So is Interact Club Triple T in?
Good morning. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning. I would also like if we could open up with some applause for Interact Club Triple T, just to show the love. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to start to greet you all to this meeting and this competition. My name is Chauvin de Barrios. I represent Interact Triple T as the leader, and my fellow members are hopefully in the meeting, but I feel very nervous if that's not obvious. But I would like to start with sharing my screen. Is that possible? Great. So as you can see, my project name is The Bigger the Better. You'll also see the members of my team, and we'll talk about the issue at hand. The issue at hand is that plastic pollution is very, very harmful for the society and the country, especially that because Suriname is one of the most greenest, one of the greenest countries in the world, and that plastic pollution is very high in Suriname. It's very scary also for the nature and also for the community. In our country, we're doing very well when it comes down to biodiversity and climate change. It's hard to combat when you live in one of the greenest countries in the world, like I said. However, we do have a problem with plastic pollution, especially in the city of ours. You will see here how plastic pollution affects the city of us.
Interact Club, I would, sorry to interrupt, but you should be on a slideshow, and currently we're seeing only one slide. Would you mind?
You're not seeing the rest?
We only see who do we need, and you're at slide 9.
That's
National Plastics. I think you're a few slides too early.
Je moet gaan in die slideshow. Het is daarboven bij 7. Ga je maar naar boven, linksboven. En dan moet je naar, zie je naast een vingertje, daar links ervan. Daarop moet je drukken.
Ik zie het niet.
Boven insert, boven insert.
Oh, yes, ik het hier.
Ik denk het wel. Heb je het al gedrukt?
Yes.
Oké, dan moet je zien bij PowerPoint onderaan dat er 2 schermen zijn. En dan moet je gaan naar slideshow. Oké, als het niet lukt, dat is het niet erg. Ga gewoon stop met screensharen. Ga terug naar het begin en dan begin weer met screensharen.
Oké.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we have technical difficulties right now, but they're changing the screen. So yeah, Christina.
Our apologies for doing it in Dutch, but just to guide it and make sure it goes a bit more smoothly. So
I'm unaware to use this kind of slides. Oh,
Triple T, would it be possible to manually click the slide you're on? Would that work if presentation mode doesn't?
oh,
Oh, it just okay.
it worked. It worked. Thank you.
Don't let this impede your progress, your flow. Go right ahead.
Okay, so as you can see, this is how affected we are by the plastic pollution in Suriname. And as you can see, it's very disturbing to see this site in the city of ours, especially that the city holds most of Suriname's treasures. And this is just, we need to fix this. And how we're going to fix this is we're going to improve our recycling and management of plastic pollution in Suriname. And it's so to reduce pollution in public spaces and make it more enjoyable for people to visit these places, starting from combating littering. Um, Replacing insufficient trash and recycling bins in popular hotspots, especially tourist hotspots, and after replacement that will clean up and to promote the bins. We do so to replace the smaller bins currently placed in the city. If you are familiar with our city, you will see the orange trash bins all over the city. And mostly they're overfilled or they're broken or they are literally not usable anymore. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace those with bigger and better trash cans. Also, we're gonna decorate them with recycled plastic that we will do after the cleanup. Will make it so enjoyable for the community of Suriname. The project steps: find a suitable place and schedule a cleanup. The cleanup will suffice to clean up the neighboring trash cans or the public space that is littered. Buy and place the bins in the spot to keep them clean. Track the progress by maybe sending two interact teams every single week or every fortnight, and repeat that with a new location by success. What do we need? We need to buy the bins. It's been noted that Stats only of Suriname sells these bins, and also some of the stores that sell material and they also have the bins. Designer. We need a designer to decorate these bins so they can attract attention, also with the Interact logo and etc. The Interactivity Club will then participate into helping us doing the cleanup and also organize the placement of the bins, etc., etc. Promoting. The promoting will take place on every single social media platform as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and on the news. Team Educational is a news program geared towards younger people, which can cover partner project, STFS, SCCN, and also radio news. The cleanup event. We can host a cleanup event which does not only shed light on our project, but also immediately helps the environment, puts our bins to use. People will then see um, the people will then get attracted and then start helping, or not start helping, but starting to less litter and start using the bins to use as it's supposed to be used as. How long do we need to do this project? It will take us around 3-4 months, max 5, and then this project will then be um, thank you. That was my presentation. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Interact Club of Triple T. Despite the technical difficulties at the start, wonderful presentation. I would like to welcome. Oh, be sure to, if you have any questions for the clubs that present, you can place them in the chat, and I think we have a moment maybe before the break or after where those questions can be answered. A kind reminder to all participants that if you are speaking, to try to speak a bit of that as well. I'm aware. So without further ado, may I welcome St. Joseph's Convent and Sir Arthur Lewis Community College Interact Clubs, both from St. Lucia.
Eco SLU, the app for the ages. Good day, everyone. I am Chrisanne Florius, a student of the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, which is a school that resides in the beautiful island of St. Lucia. Today, in collaboration with students from the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School, Alana Busque and Nehal Wadwani, we will be presenting our project proposal centered around the topic of biodiversity. As this is a very important aspect in our island, we chose to create an app to inform and educate persons about St. Lucia's biodiversity, as well as encourage them to preserve it in any way that they can. As we go through our presentation, we hope that you will gain full understanding of our project and why we chose it.
Why did we choose biodiversity? Well, the Caribbean is a hotspot for biodiversity, with St. Lucia being no exception. Here, we have over 2,000 native species of plants and animals, with the racer snake being considered the most threatened snake in the world. All our unique animals help make our island what it is. But let us talk about the plants. We have over 1,450 plant species on our island, but they are all in increasing danger. Although our volcanic interior remains thickly forested, and even that is under threat, land is frequently being cleared for tourism and agricultural purposes. And with that loss of land comes increasing loss of our unique local plant species. Additionally, sometimes unique plants are cleared off by homeowners simply because they are underinformed on the plant's rarity and potential importance. Combined, these factors can destroy our special plants, taking our native animals with them, and when we may need these species most, they will not be there. This is what we want to help combat, what we want to help avoid. We wanted to create a project that would encourage persons to preserve our biodiversity by showing them how many special plants our island has. We want to promote the preservation of plant species and St. Lucia's biodiversity by empowering the regular citizen with information about how to grow and therefore how to preserve our local plants. They can help from their own backyard. This effort can also have a ripple effect, also helping to sustain unique animals our island has, and it can go even further. And though the app we plan to create as our project may start with plants at the bottom, it can go so far. On this next slide, you can see some examples of the unique plants and animals we have in St. Lucia. On the left, under plants, we have the gray trembler, also found in our neighbor island of Martinique, and the St. Lucia parrot, our national bird, the Amazona versicolor. Under plants, we have the custard apple and bullock's heart fruit, both of which are native to the West Indies. However, due to lack of research done into these fruits, not much else is known, but who knows what world they could open.
Our group will design a user-friendly and simple app named Eco SLU, centered on biodiversity in St. Lucia. We believe that to make changes for the better, the first step is to educate and raise awareness to the public about how our biodiversity is diminishing. Many of St. Lucia's species are becoming a rarity, and to prevent these species from endangerment and extinction, the public needs to know how to grow and raise these species. The app will consist of a section about local plants on islands and how to grow and take care of them. It will also have sections on natural fertilizers and their uses, a marketplace, and other sections on local animal species and pollution. This project is an informative project in which we will gather information on the various species and share it through the app for the general public to utilize. In doing so, we hope to see a growth of interest in our plant species and therefore increasing biodiversity. Our goal is to create a free mobile app aimed at preserving local plant species in St. Lucia, thus promoting biodiversity. By doing so, we hope to inspire the general public to start backyard farming and for young students to gain an interest in growing these local plants at their schools and homes.
Our target audience is the general public. We want everyone from school children to business owners to homeowners to be able to use our app. We want it to be an information hub, yet have a simple design that anyone can use regardless of their technological proficiency. Anyone can use our app because everyone has their part to play in preserving biodiversity.
Some of our potential partners may be Department of Sustainable Development, an app developer, Flow, Digicel, a photographer and videographer, and finally, Rotary. St. Lucia's biodiversity plays a key role in our tourism industry, and therefore, the Ministry of Tourism and other members of the tourism industry may be potential partners. We also hope to reach out to more companies, businesses, and persons interested in this idea to fund and promote this project. Activity plan. Preparation, which should involve getting partners, gathering information, and finalizing details for the app, and actually designing the app should be done between June 2021 to November 2021. The group members and app designer will be responsible for these tasks. November 2021 and December 2021 will be used as a trial period to test the app on a sample audience and make changes as necessary. During this time, we will also be working on app promotion. This will be held mainly by Sustainable Development. By January 2022, we will be working towards launching the app and promoting and marketing the app to gain a large audience. This will be launched to and promoted by schools, businesses, and the Department of Sustainable Development.
Now we're going to talk about the project cost. To develop an app that can be used on both iOS and Android with all the necessary features that we desire will cost approximately $20,000 to $25,000 EC dollars. I know it may seem like a lot, but trust me, it's worth it. One of these features includes a virtual interactive map of St. Lucia, which shows hotspots for the different plant species. We want high-quality photos of the plant species to be shown on the app. This will require us to hire a photographer, which will cost $200 EC dollars an hour. Depending on the number of hours we request the service for, the overall cost can be significantly reduced. Although the overall cost to develop the app is a bit high, through the help of government funding and funding from interested persons, this can be decreased. Project revenue. The money generated from this project will come from 3 places: the marketplace, pop-up ads, and Google Ads. Businesses which possess materials that aid in the cultivating of plant species can be advertised on the app for a monthly subscription fee of 25 EC dollars. If there is a request for special items to be advertised, the cost of this will be 3 EC dollars per item. Each item will be seen as a pop-up ad on the app for 24 hours. Google itself has ads that are displayed on apps which allow said app to generate revenue. Like any successful project, there are some risks and challenges that will be encountered. 1. Issues with finding a local app designer who meets the necessary requirements. This can be resolved by hiring a regional or international app designer or using a do-it-yourself app service. Another risk is issues with app promotion. A solution for this is reviewing and adjusting marketing strategies. Finally, the app may have glitches. This can be resolved by reviewing and assessing the app design. How do we tell people about the project? Easy. We live in a very technologically advanced era where social media basically runs our lives. Through the use of various social media platforms like Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook, word on our project will spread quickly. We will also make use of the television and radio for the older demographic. We will monitor the quality of the performance via user inputs.
Foresight. Where can we go from here? As mentioned at the beginning, there is so far our app EcoSLU can go, and we have a vision of what these additions would entail. Firstly, we have the addition of the medicinal properties or scientific information of plant species and our biodiversity in general, as it is found out. On our island, we oftentimes do not engage in the research and development of our own species, although there is much potential in them for scientific discovery. From the venom of the St. Lucian local snake, the furulence, possibly being an assist in curing heart disease, to simply seeing what a world of opportunity local plants like the Jewi tooth can open. As we use our app to bring awareness to our unique species, we also wanted to be able to document any medicinal benefits these species have, so that persons can lean on it for medical information in times of health crisis. This time of the pandemic is unfortunately a great example, but also a great opportunity. We would also like to add an animal section for our unique animals and a marine biodiversity section to cover our seas. The benefits of those two sections, in addition to our plant section, are not limited. It will encourage persons to plant and preserve plants and trees, therefore helping to fight climate change, and will inspire persons to take care of our oceans, if only for the wildlife there, all while saving our species. Lastly, knowing that St. Lucia is not alone in this biodiversity abundance, we want to create a second app, Eco-Caribe, for our Caribbean region. On that note, we would like to thank you all for listening to our presentation and hope you like our app, EcoSLU, the app for the ages, as much as we do. If there are any questions, we are willing and ready to answer. Again, we thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm nothing less than impressed. Wonderful presentations and they're subjects that are very close to my heart. I'm really a biodiversity fanatic, and it was nice to hear about the custard apple because there's not that much knowledge about it. Thank you, St. Joseph's Convent and Sir Arthur Lewis Community College Interact Clubs from St. Lucia. I would like to welcome one of our sponsors for today's event, which is Mr. Jerry Byro from Innovative Road Technologies. Mr. Byro, if you would be so kind to say a few words as to how your sponsoring relates to the subjects at hand.
Okay, thank you, Matai. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for your short introduction. Good morning, District Governor and all other attendees. Our company, Innovative Road Technologies, is strongly involved in research, engineering, and the execution of recycling, in-place recycling of old asphalt pavement in road constructions. We do that in Suriname and also in the Leeward Island of the Dutch Caribbean. We as company fully support this environmental Olympic because this is related to our company, what we are doing. One of the subject today is, can we recycle? Yes, sure. My answer is definitely we can. And that's why we supporting this Olympic from our company. I'm also very pleased to see that the youth today is early involved in recognizing and addressing the environmental problems of today, which some of them have great impact already, negative impact on our societies. And definitely this will increase if no actions are taken. I strongly believe that this early involvement will help you to get a better understanding in these problems and also help you to contribute to possible solutions. And of course, this will again contribute to have create a better living environmental living conditions for not us, for you, but also for your children in the future. I'm looking forward to the outcome of this day with great interest and also the next steps. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Byro. All of our sponsors for today are Rotarians, so it really reinforces the big Rotary family idea. I would like to move on to the water cooler project from Interact Aruba and Interact Colegio Arubano from Aruba. Are you in?
Hi, Matai. Yes, we are in. I'm very proud of how you pronounced Colegio Arubano on your first try. Congrats. You did it good. All right, let me see. Yeah. All right. I'd like to say good morning, everyone here, from all the interactors to the district governor, Lyle Chase, and everyone here who has decided to devote their Sunday to bring forward all our innovations for how we're going to fight climate change. So thank you everyone for being here, and to Daniel, Anne, and Tatai for organizing this beautiful event. I am very proud of you. I don't know you, but as a fellow interactor, I feel very proud of how you guys organize such a big scale event so that you can bring everyone together just for a Sunday, even if it's on Zoom. But congrats, you should feel very proud of yourself. As an introduction, my name is Deviana Coleman. I am the president of Interact Scaco, and we did this project together with Interact Colegio. This proposal we are bringing forward is a project that Interact Colegio has actually done already. And I have a question for Daniel. Do you guys have a water cooler at your school?
We used to have one, but I don't think it's in use anymore. It's been a long time since I've been able to get water.
Now, let's see, to Vina, are you also a student? Or when you were a student, did you also have a water cooler at your school? You're muted.
Oh, you were talking to me. I'm sorry.
So did you also have a water cooler at your school?
We go to the same school.
Yeah, sorry. But so I'm pretty sure you guys know then the struggle of not being able to get water, not being able to drink like water, clean water. And do you guys buy water bottles then for when you're thirsty at school?
Yeah.
Now,
I don't drink water bottles so often, so I do buy water bottles. Yeah.
Okay. So then you know that how responsible are you with the plastic bottle? Do you recycle them or do you throw them away?
We don't have a recycle bin at school, so we just throw it in a bin, a trash bin. Yeah.
Yes. And do you see around your school then plastic bottles just like on the ground? Did they throw it on the ground sometimes?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yes. So at Colegio, that was also a problem at the school. Around the school, you also see water bottles all around on the ground. And the water cooler itself had mold in it, so that it wasn't completely sanitary either. So a lot of students felt the need to go buy water bottles, and in doing so, created more plastic waste around the school. So Interact Colegio thought of as an idea, they thought to install a water cooler, since theirs was old and had mold in them. And when they did it, they had about 1,000, and within 2 weeks, 1,000 water bottles were recycled. 1,000 water bottles were filled, and then reduced the plastic bottles consumption. So, and that was only within 2 weeks. This water cooler was installed, I think, about 6 months ago. And if in 2 weeks already 1,000 bottles have been recycled, you can imagine how many plastic bottles were not used now, and how many plastic we saved at the school. So since then, we've been thinking about how can we do this on a bigger scale around the island. And then we got this invitation to do this project. And it was like an opportunity fell into our lap. So when we got an opportunity fell into our lap, this. So yeah, we were thinking of like, okay, where can we do it? And we're doing it at the lower income schools, so the primary schools, because a lot of their budget tends to overlook water coolers. It tends to overlook the water sanitation part. They think, oh yeah, it's working, so it must be fine then. But not a lot of schools actually check if the filters are still working, if there's mold in the water, and that's what happened at Colegio also. So hopefully with the amount of money, with the prize, we'll be able to install several other more water coolers around Aruba, around like schools, so that the children can have clean water, so they can have it in non-gross water. And how we're going to execute this project, our group bestaat uit about 6 members, and each of these members will then be part of the execution of this project. So we'll be in contact with our local Rotary club, and we'll then check to see which school has the lowest amount, like the lowest quality of water. So we'll check the filters, we'll check to see how well the tubing is done, and everything that has to do with the quality of the water. And the school that has the lowest quality will be the school that will replace their water coolers then. And as you can see on the PowerPoint, it says contact MC Unicon. That's the one we used for the first water cooler. The cost will be, and we already have the Voss cost, which is about $1,500, which is around $1,500, so 3,000 florins. And like unlike the other projects being presented here, this is something we have done before. This project is very feasible for us because we have already executed this, and we will like the support of the prize money to be able to execute this on a bigger scale. And it's something we have already done. So we just need the money to be able to do it more, do it on a bigger scale. So if you choose this project, we will for sure complete it in the next few months. We'll be able to execute this. And we already have the context, we already have where we want to do it, how we want to do it. And our members have already done it. So this is something that we'll be able to execute within the time frame you will give us. And these are the amount of plastic water bottles that were reduced within the 2-week time frame. Imagine when and if you give us the prize money, if you win it, how many water bottles will be reduced in that amount of time, and how little plastic waste will then be left on the island. Are there any questions? Was everything clear? So thank you everyone for listening, and I do hope you take this into consideration.
Thank you, Interact, the program. Yes, Interact Aruba and Interact Colegio Arubano. It was very fun to hear a bit of Dutch come true. I really like that. Makes it feel even more like home.
Yes, because in the moment you can't come up with a word, so you just go with the one you can.
All good, all good. Wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
I really like, I'm not a judge, but just my personal opinion, I really liked your very clear and very thought out manner of execution. I really love that. Wonderful presentation. I would like to give you guys a break for about maybe 15 minutes, just to get some refreshments, and then we'll come back fresh and, hoe zou je dat zeggen? Fris en fruitig in Dutch, so we can resume smoothly. So I think we'll reconvene at about 20 past 12, 20 minutes past 12. Is that okay? Yes. Then we'll install a short break.
together as we walk on by. And we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving love in a family dose. We are family. Yeah. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Sing it to me. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Living life is fun, and we've just begun to get our share of this world's delight. High hopes we have for the future and our goals in sight. We know we don't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our family jewel. We are family. Sing it to me. I got all my sisters with me. Sing it to me. Oh, I can hear you, y'all. Get up, everybody, sing. Have faith in you and the things you do. Hey, I got all my sisters with me. Get up, y'all. Get up, everybody, sing. I got my sisters with me. I got all my sisters with me. Get up and sing it to me. We're having fun. Life is just begun for me. Get up, everybody. Get up and sing it to me. Oh, I can hear you, y'all. Ooh, have faith in you and the things you do. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, hey. Get up, y'all. Oh, hey, hey, oh. I got my sisters with me. Everybody, hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Y'all, hey, hey, hey. Get up and sing it to me. Oh, yeah. We're having fun. Life is just begun for me. Me, and my family. Hey, hey, hey. Uh-huh. Get up and sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it to me. Yeah, we rock together like birds of a feather. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, hey, hey. Get up, come on, y'all. We are family. Yeah, sing it to me. Sing it. Jimmy, come on and sing it to me. We are family. Yeah, hey, hey, hey. Get up and sing it to me, y'all. We're having lots of fun now. Get up and sing it to me. tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving love and a family dose. We are family. Hey, I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Sing it to me. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Living life is fun, and we just begun to get our share of this world's delight. High hopes we have for the future, and our goals in sight. We know we don't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our family jewel. We are family. Sing it to me. I got all my sisters with me. Sing it to me. Oh, I can hear you, y'all. Get up, everybody, and sing. Ooh, we have faith in you and the things you do. Hey, hey, I got all my sisters with me. Oh, hey, get up, y'all. Get up, everybody, and sing. Hey, hey, I got my sisters with me. I got all my sisters with me. Everybody, hey, hey, we are family. Everybody, sing. Get up and sing it to me. Oh, I got all my sisters with me. We're having fun. We are family. Life has just begun for me. Get up, everybody, sing. Get up and sing it to me. Oh, I can hear you, y'all. Ooh, have faith in you and the things you do. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, hey, hey. Get up, y'all. Oh, hey, hey, hey. I got my sisters with me. Everybody, hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Now, hey, hey, hey. Get up and sing it to me. Oh, yeah. We're having fun. Life is just begun for me. Me, and my family. Hey, hey, hey. Uh-huh. Yeah. Get up and sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it to me. Yeah, we rock together like birds of a feather. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, hey, hey. Get up, come on, y'all. We are family. Yeah, sing it to me. Sing it. Jimmy, come on and sing it to me. We are family. Yeah, hey, hey, hey. Get up and sing it to me. We are family. We're having lots of fun now. My sisters, get up and sing it to me. We are family. Family. bend, 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 bend. Oh God, how you show me your colors and bend, 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 bend. Ladies, bend, 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 bend. Cock it, show me your colors and bend, 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 bend. Ladies, if she panty green, well I sure down the it clean. Baby, if she panty yellow, how will you jiggle it like jello? Ladies, if she panty gold, it like 16, it old. Baby, if she panty brown, let me see it when you bend down. Bend, 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 bend. Cock it, show me your colors and bend, 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 bend. Yeah, show me your bend, 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 bend. Cock it, show me your colors and bend, 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 bend. Baby, if you're right, team BME. You're right, team BME. C to the S to the A and B. You listening? Face down, ass up. Face down, ass up. Sit down, put your body on bum. Answer all my comments. I answer my DM. Where you go? What you do? What you do? I must get through. Girl, roll up now, you show me that wine. Turn around, girl, don't be shy. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah. So girl, I love the way you blow my mind. Hold me tight and bring down. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Are you ready for it? I give it up, roll up, wind it up, ride it, front to the back, go down, just come to me, I'll give you that sweet type of love, sweet type of love, come give me that sweet type of love, sweet type of love, hold me tight, hey, oh yeah, or should I be jamming, super I want to give it to you, I want to give it to you. I want to give it to you. I want to give it to you. I want to give it to you, baby. I want to give it to you, honey. I want to give it to you, sweetheart. I want to give it to you. Hey, where you whining, turn me on. Hey, like the mountain I overcome. Whining so sweet as a bed for some. Come give me some sweetness, darling. On the roll like a brand new car. Hey, pop your string like a overtime. With connection, raise the temperature. Come give me some sweetness, darling. Cause she getting on, cause she in a heat when I turn the pressure on. Oh gosh, turn it on. Oh gosh, cause she getting on, cause she in a heat, she want to jump in the water. Oh gosh, just hit the right spot. I want to give it to you. 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 I want to give it to you, baby. I want to give it to you, honey. I want to give it to you, sweetheart. I want to give it to you. I want you balance, 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 balance. Then tick, tick, tick. I want you walk it up, walk it up, walk it up, walk it up, walk it up. Sit, sit, sit. I want you balance, 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 balance. Then tick, tick, tick. I want you walk it up, walk it up, walk it up, walk it up, walk it up. Sit, sit, sit. I want to give it to you. 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 I want to give it to you, baby. I want to give it to you, honey. I want to give it to you, sweetheart. I want to give it to you.
You're now listening to an official Oh So City mix. Oh So City, que rico, papi.
Everybody drinking. Who cares what they're thinking? Spiff. Everybody singing. Oh, we don't have no behavior. Total disorder. Don't cross the border. Don't cross the border. Bartender, hurry up with the order. Oh, if you Just like this, I like it like this. 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 I like it like this. I like it like this. Travel through the stars and many moons to find you. The sugar on your skin, the sweetest melanin, yeah. See when you step out into the light and your body looking right. No consolation in this I could ever take a shine. I'll travel a million miles just to look up on your smile. Baby, look up to the clouds right now. Say it to me, I will be around for the entire night. See, baby, while I'm close, I'll be here by your side. You're doing things to me that I cannot deny. The way you're looking, girl, you are so certified. One time when you give me that cross-line, 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 cross-line. Take my boat to the dockside and anchor down by the bedside. Give me that cross-line, 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 cross-line. Take my boat to the dockside and anchor down by the bedside. Baby, I see you as a queen, a love that's made for me, yeah. When you put on your crown, I kneel down to the ground, girl. See when you step out into the light and your body looking right. No consolation in this, I could ever take a shine. I'll travel a million miles just to look up on your smile. Baby, look up to the clouds right now. Say it to me, I will be around for the entire night. See, baby, while I'm close, I'll be here by your side. You're doing things to me that I cannot deny. The way you're looking, girl, you are so certified. Touch me back one time when you give me that cross-line, 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 cross-line. Take my boat to the dockside and anchor down by the bedside. Give me that cross-line, 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 cross-line. Take my boat to the dockside, girl. Anchor down by the bedside. Anchor down by the bedside. Rock and come in, baby, oh. Baby, this a rock and come in. I mean, I let it pull it, rock and come in. Oh, party can't stop and come in. All they ready just rock and come in. Rock and come in. I mean, I let it pull it, rock and come in. Oh, party can't stop and come in. All they ready just rock and come in.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. I hope you used your break and are ready to continue. First off, I could not attend the meeting, but we would also like to thank him, along with our other sponsors, Innovative Road Technologies. We would like to thank our own Interact Club of Canwy for sponsoring, and we would like to thank Ilaco and Faye. Also, Rotary Club of Paramaribo advisors for helping us through the planning of the project. Oh, I just received word Mr. Kurt is still present. If he would like to say a short word, Mr. Kurt.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome. It's a pleasure for me that you're having me here. It's also a pleasure that we, as Fernandez, can support this project. Environmental projects, sustainability are key, and especially when the youth is busy with this. So marvelous project. Please go ahead with the good work and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kurt. Thanks again for sponsoring. Moving on to our next club. Sorry. I would like to introduce Interact Club Joanna Kaira from Martinique with Tomorrow's Ocean Depends on Today's Actions.
Bonjour, alors du coup, nous sommes membres de la... J'espère que vous m'entendez bien. Ça va? Oula, je pas de réponse.
Oui, oui, on entend bien.
D'accord. Coucou Bénédicte. Alors, nous sommes membres de la commission internationale du club Joanna Kaira, donc club de Martinique, le premier qui a été fondé.
We are the club from Martinique, founded less than a year ago. We're very honored to be here today and to participate in this event and to show our video. Tomorrow's ocean depends on today's action.
Nos océans de demain dépendent de nos actions d'aujourd'hui. Donc, comme je l'ai dit, notre projet.
So our project is a video that we realize ourselves. It is translated in English, so you can understand better. It's a way to make children aware of the importance of oceans. We want to fight against marine pollution and help for the protection of biodiversity. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Clotilde, the president of the commission. I'm Elodie. I'm Mailou. And I'm Celia. We are going to show you our project, and after we'll talk a little bit more about it. Can we share our screen? It doesn't work. Can someone help us to know how we can share our screen? Thank you.
Yes, my apologies. Before we continue, I would like to tell everyone that doesn't speak French, or at least doesn't understand it. Yes. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you will see a toolbar. You'll see every option, chat, etc. On the right-hand side, you will see a kind of icon with either French or English. We'd like everybody that doesn't speak French or doesn't understand it to switch that icon from French to English, or at least put it at English if it's not at that. That way you will hear the translator as well. Our apologies, Club Buonasera.
Attendez, hein. Mathilde, on comprend pas l'anglais.
C'est pas pour nous, c'est pour ceux qui ont besoin d'informations.
Quelqu'un pourra nous aider à partager notre écran parce qu'on n'a aucune idée de comment faire, s'il vous plaît.
Can someone help us to share our screen?
Yes.
De mettre l'option en fait interprétation de langue en anglais pour vous comprendre. Et là, en fait, normalement sous votre écran, vous avez un petit carré vert partagé.
Oui.
Vous cliquez dessus, partagez.
Benedict is explaining to the team how to share their screen.
Oh, at the bottom, they will see a green icon with share screen. If they click on that, they'll see an array of options of which screens to share, that they should click their presentation.
Bon, on essaye, désolé.
Vous avez vu les
We're
filles, en fait,
trying.
en dessous, vous avez audio, vidéo. Vous avez partagé sur une icône verte. Partager, vous cliquez dessus. Partager, comme ça, vous pouvez partager l'écran.
On a desktop 1, tableau blanc, icône, et quand on clique dessus, ça ne fonctionne pas.
Mince. Après, vous êtes sur ordi, moi je suis sur mon téléphone.
Je pense qu'il serait possible de repasser après un groupe histoire de...
Oui, ok, d'accord. Je vais...
Luana Kaira, Angia will try to share.
They're asking if they can go after another club.
Okay, we'll I think we'll
Si un
move
club
on.
peut passer avant eux, le temps que je règle le problème de partage d'écran parce qu'ils n'ont pas compris comment faire. Merci, Vicky.
So is it possible, Daniel, to have another club to go before the club from Martinique because they want to deal with the sharing of the screen?
Yes, it's possible.
Thank you.
Yes,
Okay.
that will be
Thank you.
possible. In the meantime, Angia will try to help them with their presentation. We'll move on to Interact Club of Paramaribo Canwy, creating a new world from Suriname with their project Can We Recycle. Is Can We in?
Yes, we are here.
Yes, we are here.
Nice. Welcome, Can We?
Thank you. Let's see. Share screen. Give me a moment. Wait. If you can give me 2 minutes, because I didn't, I thought we were after this, but if you can give me 2 minutes, I need to pick up something.
Yes, take your time.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry for the inconvenience. Do you guys hear me?
Yes, Can We can clearly hear you.
Okay, then I can share screen. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Interact Club Canwy in Suriname, and we will be presenting our project for the Environmental Olympics.
Wait. Share sound. Sorry, I needed to do that first.
The world has a lot of problems. No food security, the pandemic, and rising unemployment numbers. But our most pressing issue is the environment. Millions of animals get killed every single year just of plastic entanglement. Worldwide, 15,000 pieces of plastic are getting dumped every day. It takes 20 to 500 years for one single piece of plastic to decompose. So how can we stop it? The world has...
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. I am Sietse de Boer, and I am accompanied by Ayla Korndijk and Ashiria Anrut. Today, we are going to talk about our project called Can We Recycle? Before we begin, I would like to thank everyone who has been a part of this project and or helped. This is an idea we have been working on for almost 2 months now, and we put a lot of hard work into it. As our project title suggests, our project is about recycling. But for the most part, it is about reducing pollution. Pollution is a problem that has been talked about a lot, but never seems to go away. With Can We Recycle, we will first try to reduce pollution in Suriname, with our ultimate goal to create so much social media attention that this project reaches the whole Caribbean. But first, let's talk about pollution.
Yes, and I think everyone here knows about pollution and that we have different kinds of pollution like air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, and so on. We chose to focus on land pollution, specifically trash and littering of plastic and glass. Plastic pollution is the accumulation of plastic objects, particles, microbeads in the Earth's environment. These affect the lives of humans and animals. The big issue is that plastic has become integral in our daily lives. We use it to carry groceries, to eat and drink out of, and to pack and carry things. The problem is that most of the single-use plastic, like drinking bottles, straws, and plastic packaging, are thrown away and littered. Single-use plastic makes up for more than 40% of all plastic trash. These millions of tons of plastic are quite simply unsustainable and dangerous for our planet as a whole.
The project we want to do is an environmental project with a goal to reduce pollution and promote recycling. To do this, we want to place a plastic recycling bin and a glass recycling bin at Wakapasi. Wakapasi is a very crowded place in our capital, Paramaribo. We want people to participate, so our idea was to link a giveaway to our project. Every month, we will choose a winner. To win, people have to take a picture showing us that they are helping us recycle by throwing something in the recycling bins and then posting it online with the hashtag #CanWeRecycle. In order to inform people about our project, we want to promote it via Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and the newspaper. This way, we can get as many people as possible involved and aware of pollution.
To start off, we need recycling bins, and there are several ways to get these bins. We found that the most efficient and budget-friendly way to get bins is to make them locally. When we have bins, we need to pick the right spot to place them and get permission to place them there. We researched what locations are most visited right now by our target group of people and which places in Suriname tend to get the most polluted or where people litter the most, and chose Wakapasi to kickstart our project. In order to gain traction for our project by our target demographic, we need promotion. Our project is aimed at the entire population of Suriname and tourists who come by these recycling bins, with a focus on people that use social media. So it is important that we inform this broad audience of it.
We expect that we are granted permission to place the bins at Wakapasi, and getting the right supplies for the recycle bins will take up a few days. Taking in consideration the correspondence, for example, the making of the bins will take 2 days, and then we need to place them, of course. And on July 19th, we will start by creating our own promotion by taking videos and placing our poster at the location. As soon as the bins open to the public, we will start posting on social media.
So here we can see the expected finances for our project. The recycling bins will cost around 15,000 SRDs. The article in the newspaper is 300 SRDs. The price for the posters is 1,200 SRDs. And we will spend 100 SRDs per month on the prize for the giveaway. The total cost for the project is estimated at 16,600 SRDs.
Yes. Now we can't say what it is in USD because we don't know exactly what it is because it changes a lot. But let's move on. In order for this project to go smoothly, we will hold team meetings during the first month. The trash being dumped in the recycle bins needs to be clean trash. And we will also monitor the quality of the performance during the project by checking the amount of trash and the recycle bins every month. And we will communicate the following. Everyone who posts a photo on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, it is a photo with them recycling at the trash can, and they need to use the hashtag #CanWeRecycle and tag @InteractCanWe. And that is in order to participate in the competition. If you don't tag @InteractCanWe, we can't include you. We will check our social media accounts regularly to determine how many people have participated, of course, and who will be the winner of our monthly giveaway.
So aside from this, what will we be using our social media platforms for? So we'll be using the Instagram page and TikTok account of InteractCanWe to show the progress of the project, show how to participate in the giveaway, some behind the scenes footage, but also to give information about recycling and the environment in Suriname. After the start of the project, we will use the platforms to gain popularity for this project and interview people from different age groups.
Now, of course, an important question to ask is, what are the risks? There are some risks that come with each project, and these are the risks that we discussed. We do not get permission to place the bins at Wakaposi. The bins are too expensive to make, or we do not get enough participation. We have discussed these together and thought of the following solutions. If we do not get permission to place the bins at Wakaposi, we can ask permission at another place, like a supermarket. We will seek out sponsorships to fund our project, and we have managed to create different types of promoting aimed at different audiences, and we'll seek out more promotion or try our different methods.
At the end of the project, we want a cleaner environment and people to be more aware of pollution and recycling. We would like to carry out the project for at least 4 months. And we would also like to send a letter with the results of the project after those 4 months to the government, so they can see the impact our project has had, and then we can continue placing recycle bins in various places in Suriname.
For this project, our focus is nationally, but we want our impact to be all over the world. We want to inspire other countries to do the same, because all it takes is for one person to start and the rest will follow. With the help of our promotion, we want to make more recycle bins so that we can start making a change in the world we're living in.
If we all work together, we can make our dream of having a greener and cleaner Earth a reality. We hope everyone likes our concept and believes in our vision. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed our presentation. Can we recycle?
Yes,
we can.
can. Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Canwi. I'm very proud of our own Interact Club. No conflict of interest, but very thought out. I loved seeing the solutions, and in worst case scenarios, if this doesn't work, we'll try it that way. I really like that. And so far, I'm hearing only good projects and very contrasting and not even contrasting, complementing. There are areas where they overlap, and I really like seeing the common interests and the goede inborst, sense of direction within these clubs. If Club Joanna Kaira is ready to present, I would like to welcome them. Yes, is it? Are you able to present now?
Yes. Du coup, je sais pas si.
Oui, du coup. So I don't know if I have to complete to see, or if we have to start right now. Can we start right now?
Yes.
Once
you
again,
can start.
everybody.
Yeah, you can
Once
start.
again, the
Et quoi? J'ai pas compris.
the English icon for understanding.
Ah, d'accord. Attends. 2 secondes. Ah,
We're going to start.
d'accord.
Here we are.
Donc, alors je disais,
So, as I was saying, we're member of the committee of the Joanna Carrera Interact in Martinique, which is the first one in Martinique, which was founded a year ago. I'm the president of the committee. I'm Clotilde. I'm Elodie. I'm Mailou. I'm Celia. So we are very honored to participate in this competition and to show our project, which is a video which is called Tomorrow's Ocean Depends on Today's Actions.
En français, ça veut dire nos océans de demain dépendent de nos actions d'aujourd'hui. Donc, il s'agit d'une vidéo que nous avons
It's about a video that we did ourselves. It's in English, so everybody can understand. And it's to make awareness, create awareness. And our target audience is children. We want to fight marine pollution and protect biodiversity. So we are going to present you the video now, and we'll give you some details afterwards.
One of the 5 species of turtles that live and reproduce in the waters of the Caribbean. Unfortunately, my friends and I are threatened daily by pollution. Plastic, straws, cigarettes thrown into the sea are a real danger for our lives. And we are really afraid.
But what can we do?
But I don't know what to do either, Clotilde.
Hey, let's try to find some solutions. Sometimes when you walk on the beach, there are some trashes. So how can we solve that problem? Let's see. First, when you leave the beach, you must throw your trashes in the trash cans and make sure that they stay in. But also, if you found some trashes on the beach, you can take them and throw them in the bin so they will not go in the sea. But this isn't the only problem. There's often some plastic garbages in the sea and marine animals eat them because they think it's food. What can we do against this? That's simple. You can use reusable cups that you keep instead of throwing them. You can do the same thing with your cutlery, your straws, and also have a metal flask instead of plastic bottles. It's more ecological and you are sure that we will never finish in the sea. So now there will be only shells on the beaches. Let's have some fun with some DIY. For the first tutorial, all you need is a plastic bottle, a cardboard, a pencil and a pen, some elastics, green paint and scissors with the help of an adult. First, cut out the bottom of the bottle, then draw the outline on the cardboard, then draw a cute turtle like this. Tear it out and paint it in green. Draw 2 eyes and a mouth. Then hook the bottom of the bottle up the corpse by using the rubber bands. And your turtle in recycled materials is made. Now let's do a second tutorial for the elders. We are going to make a portable ashtray. Here we go. All you need is a plastic bottle, a bottle cap, and scissors. First, cut the top of the bottle close enough to the neck. Then, put the other bottle cap to the cut side and press hard. And your ashtray is ready. You just have to unscrew the cap to use it. And I hope it will help you.
Wow! Thanks to this young and older lake, we'll be able to do a little something to preserve the oceans. And my friend and I will finally be able to swim peacefully and without fear. Thank you so much, girls.
Oh, that's awesome. We will be able to save the turtles and the animals in the sea.
Wow, we can save marine biodiversity.
So, thank you. To give you some more details, it's a video that was created by myself, and those are our voices to dub the video. All the pictures of the turtles were taken by a schoolboy in our school, and the solutions were found by us, and the tutors were found on YouTube. So it's a project that is going to circulate it a lot. I made a little grid. I hope you can see. Step 1, when we go to schools, as Governor said, the young people are the future. So it's important to have impact on little children. So we did the tutors with them, but we thought also with portative. We did those things to trash cigarettes. We would like to put our video on Instagram, and we will present that to you, and on Facebook too, and on other social media. So it doesn't stop here. And now it's Celia who's going to talk. So step 3 is to have funds for associations for the protection of biodiversity and marine diversity. And the video will be translated in English and Spanish and French, of course, to create awareness with the public. So we hope that you liked it, and thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Club Joanna Kaira. Before we move on, c'est tellement merveilleux d'avoir autant de membres de la famille Rotary / Interact présents. Comme vous l'avez peut-être remarqué, mon français est très limité, mais c'est un effort pour que vous vous sentiez également les bienvenus. douze points from Matai. Very good job, guys. Loved it. I'm going to do this part in English. My French isn't really that good, but I love the innovativeness in the innovativity in your style of presenting. That it was a video, that you did the animation all by yourself, and that it was a kind of hybrid that you followed up. I really love that. We'll sure to answer any questions, forward you any questions the other participants might have. But I really liked that it was very, I felt that it was very guided towards younger interactors, incoming interactors. And I think those are the people you should target, because those are the people you can influence, and you can bijbrengen, you can teach them that appreciation for nature. And I love the photos of sea turtles. I haven't had the chance to see any myself, but I really loved seeing your photos of them. Thank you. Moving on, we would like to welcome, if it isn't our last club, one of the last, oh, it is our last Interact club for today, which will be Queen's College Interact Club of Barbados. Are they in Barbados?
Hi, yes, we're here.
Welcome, Barbados. Please go ahead.
Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, your screen is visible. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Good afternoon, everyone, interactors and Rotarians. Today with me is Kenya Franklin, President of the Queen's College Interact Club, and my name is Luana Williams, past President of the Queen's College Interact Club. And our environmental project proposal is what we will be presenting today.
Hi everyone, I'm Kenya. So the protocol was established, but the type of project which we will be presenting is a climate preservation, awareness, and action project. So before I start, I have a question for everyone. You guys could feel free to put your responses in the chat. How often have you walked through your local beaches or parks in another country or on vacation and seen plastic or other pollutants littering the beautiful environment? Well, tourism is an important GDP contributor to the Barbados economy, and this places Barbados in a difficult situation of balancing environmental and economic sustainable development. The tourism industry faces many difficulties pre and post-COVID. Through this, we employed in our project an avenue to achieve diversification within the industry due to the large impact of tourism has had on our economy and our environment. So we aim to find solutions to face the challenges which are crucial for us as Barbadians. Our goal with this project is to bring awareness to the negative effects of plastic pollution on small island developing states, as well as starting a program which reduces the level of plastic pollution within our community.
Our targeted group. With this project, we hope to spread awareness not to only members of our community, but to tourists as well. Additionally, we want to promote cleanups and recycling to locals and tourists who visit plastic polluted areas, especially beaches.
Our intended end result for this project is for citizens and visitors to Barbados to have a greater level of understanding of the negative effects of plastic pollution on the environment. Additionally, we would like to implement an ongoing sustainable system to reduce the level of plastic pollution in our territory.
Preconditions. 1. Permission. Ensuring we have permission from our school and local authorities to carry out the project. Volunteers, organizing the team of volunteers from Interact Club and our partner Rotary and Rotary Clubs. Funding and sponsors. Make sure that we have the necessary funding and donations to carry out the project.
So our action plan consists of two main sections. Firstly, the dispersal of recycling bins on popular plastic polluted beaches across our island. And secondly, starting an eco-tour program which promotes regular beach cleanups for both locals and tourists. So our first stage of our action plan is the preparation stage. So for the recycling bins aspect of our project, we would narrow down the beaches where we would place the recycling bins, make sure we have all the necessary permissions from town and country planning, and confirm with our partner company, the recycling company, how often the recycling would be picked up. Then for the second part of our project, we would prepare for the eco tours by starting to finalize the capacity, the transportation, location, and volunteers for the tours. And we would further discuss with our partners how to best promote and offer the tours. And we also have been in consultation with hotels and the tourism agency in our country, so we could best discuss how we would offer these tours. So for the second stage of our action plan would be the implementation stage of the recycling bins. Firstly, we would design and put up signs by the recycling bins on the beach explaining how to correctly use the bins and put up our club logo. Additionally, we would then put the recycling bins on all of the selected beaches, and we would start social media awareness by posting about the importance of recycling, as well as telling the public where our recycling bins are located. Then we would also make sure that we monitor our partner company's collection of recycling from the bins to ensure that the garbage and recycling is being consistently collected throughout the year. Our third stage is the implementation of our eco-tour program, where we would work with our partner tour companies and hotels to promote and advertise the tours. We would open the bookings online and with our partners, the tour and hotel companies, so that we could best offer the tours to the tourists as well as locals. So in this slide, we can see pictures of the recycling bins, which is kind of what we want to do. We are going to make it a club project where we decorate the bins and then we get everyone to volunteer and kind of paint them and design them. And then on the next slide is we see eco tours. So basically how the tours would work is we would just get not a super big group, but a small group of tourists who are visiting the island, or even locals who want to help give back to the country that they're visiting and do their part to protect the environment. And it would kind of take the form as a hike. So we would go through like different areas in Barbados. So we would see the nature, and we'd also pick up plastic and other garbage on the way. So we would be helping the environment while offering a fun and exciting tour.
My mic was off, sorry. The risk outlines. So for number one, if somebody gets affected by the trash when cleaning up, we would need to put in strict safety rules to prevent any sickness from getting affected by the trash. And we should have enough persons so that the rules can be enforced. And then for the second risk, if the bins have happen to be overfilled, creating more pollution, we would ensure that the recycling companies are paid on time and are doing a job well done. So we would make sure that the recycling companies have their money so that the bins wouldn't overflow and create more pollution. So for our project timeline, the first one, we will start off with our activity in November 2021 with a recycling bin design competition. So we'll kick off the project with an artwork competition who can design the best artwork for their recycling bins, and we'll also put the Interact Club logo on it. And then for our second activity, we'll be painting and distributing the bins. So we'll gather the Interact Clubs and the other volunteers that want to help paint the bins and then distribute the bins on the 6 beaches in Barbados. And that will happen in the following month in December. Then for our third activity, it will be our eco tours. So our eco tours are going to last for 2 months. First, it will be in January, the hike through Barbados, its natural environment, and as Kenya outlined, how the eco tours were going to work. And then in February, we're going to have a marine tour to see present coral reefs in Barbados. So here's a summary of our project cost. So we have the recycling bins, 6 recycling bins, $50 Barbados each, so it would be a total of $300. The exchange rate is 2 to 1, 2 Barbados dollars to 1 USD. So then the equipment will be 265. This is garbage bags and gloves needed for the eco tours. And then the sponsors will be donating the paints for the bins. And then advertising. So for the eco tours, we'll be using reusable brochures, $200 in total with 150 brochures. And then for social media advertising, it'll be $30 Barbados for Instagram promotion. So our total cost would be $310 for the recycling bins, $415 for the eco tours, and it would give us a total of $725 Barbados. And here is a little bit of our project revenue that we would get from the eco tours. The profits and a portion of the excess prize money will be used to host more eco tours. The remainder of the prize money will be donated to coral reef protection. So for our eco tours, the cost allocated were $450. And if we have a small group of people, about 15 people per tour, the service cost per person, or the donation that person would have to give, about $30. And we would get a profit of $2 per person from that. And then by the amount of people, which is 15, would give us a total profit of $30 from the eco tours, which we would buy more garbage bags, etc., to host more eco tours.
Okay, so some of the ways in which we're going to communicate all this and present everything we've been talking about to our community is through the bin design competition, which Luana talked about a little bit before. And we would advertise this on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and obviously through word of mouth. We try to do this daily, and the goal for this advertising would be to engage young artists in helping the environment and creating an exciting incentive to keep the beaches clean. And this would be targeted towards students and young Barbadian artists. The second aspect would be inviting members to paint the winning design. We would do this through emails, and we would try to remind them about this daily at our different club meetings and our club chats. And this is aimed to increase member engagement and to increase environmental awareness within our club. And this would be aimed at interactors, Rotaractors, and Rotary Club members in Barbados. Then another aspect for our communication process would be inviting members and the public to participate in a beach cleanup. So this could also be kind of with our eco tours where we'd offer it to locals. And this would be done through the radio, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We try to do this once again daily just to make sure we have all the information out. And the goal for this is to increase public environmental awareness and engagement. And this would be aimed towards all Barbadian citizens. And then our final aspect of communicating this would be, of course, with the advertising for the eco tours for tourists and Barbadians. And we would do this through the use of brochures, radios, and Instagram. We try to do this around weekly. And the goal for this is promoting tourism diversification post-COVID and to encourage sustainable tourism. And this would be aimed mainly towards young tourists who would be willing to do our hikes and nature treks, as well as Barbadian citizens who would be interested in it.
So for our project monitoring, after each tour is conducted, a voluntary online questionnaire will be distributed to participants. This will help us to keep a continuous report on the performance of the tour guides and how each participant enjoyed the tours. The recycling bins will be monitored once every 2 weeks by a few Interact Club board members that will take on the responsibility. They will go on the beaches where the bins were placed and inspect them. This allows us to keep updated with the recycling bin quality and the usefulness to the public. Lastly, our evaluation and reporting. The amazing thing about Interact Club is that it helps bring people together who want to make a real difference in this world. Our lives are guided by the four-way test. During the stages of this planning and organizing the project, we have incorporated the 4 vital elements of the four-way test. We are blessed with this amazing environment around us, and it is our jobs as human beings to protect and care for it. This is the truth. This project seeks to benefit members, Barbadians, and tourists from all around the world. Through this, we will definitely build better friendships and goodwill by joining together to make a real difference and positive impact on our environment.
So that brings us to the end of our project. Thank you so much for your time and consideration from the Queen's College Interact Club. And does anyone have any questions about how the tours or how the recycling bins or how our project in general would work? Oh, I guess not. So thank you so much again for listening to our project proposal.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Barbados. It was very nice to see such a detailed presentation and one that also included the four-way test. So very clearly reflecting what the Rotary family stands for. Thank you. I think another short break is in order. This time for about 10 minutes, just a short yeah, punten to allocate the points, and we'll see who gets the 12 points, just to some Eurovision lingo in there. So let's take a short break around, I don't have the time. We'll be back at around, let's say, 1:30. So 30 minutes till 2. Thank you.
Hype is when I come to them. Hello. Is it live? Where you wind it, turn me on. Like the mountain I overcome. Wine ain't so sweet as a beg for some. Come give me some sweetness, darling. Come me roll like a brand new car. Pop your string like a Bogota. With connection, raise the temperature. Come give me some sweetness, darling. Oh, they cause she getting on, cause she in a heat when I turn the pressure on. Oh gosh, turn it on. Oh gosh. Oh, they cause she getting on, cause she in a heat, she want to jump in the water. Oh gosh, just hit the right spot. I want give it to ya. I want give it to ya. I want to ya. I want give it to ya. I want give it to ya, baby. I want give it to ya, honey. I want give it to ya, sweetheart. I want give it to ya. I want you balance, then kick. I want you walk it up, 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 6. I want you balance, then kick. I want you walk it up, 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 6. I want give it to ya. 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 I want give it to ya, baby. I want give it to ya, honey. I want give it to ya, sweetheart. I want give it to ya.
You're now listening to an official Oh So City mix. Oh So City, que rico, papi.
Bartender, hurry up with my order. Oh, the whole place get
None of them can't step like we. Can't have energy like we. Full of snapping, full of vibes like we. Vibes up to the time that we reach. Drinks up, no the madness release. We having a good time, having a good time. We don't have no time for bad mind. Boy, we don't have no behavior. Total disorder. Don't cross the border. Don't cross the border. Bartender, hurry up with the order. Boy, the whole place get turned over. Can't play mass if you're afraid powder. Everybody know every time we touch the splinters. That's my show. Fine, fine, yo, Holland, pull up. Mash it, fine, fine, fine. Every man put your hand up, every girl start fine. Splinters. That's my show. Fine, 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 yo, Holland, pull up. Mash it, fine, fine, fine. Every man put your hand up, every girl start fine.
I know you're watching, now I'm walking up my ways. My body good, you wanna bet me for a pace. You wanna hold me down and lock me up for days. Oh yeah, yeah, please, I want it. I want you, and I could tell you want me to. I feel you, I could feel your love and push out through. Yeah, just say you want me to. You need me to. You know you wind up on me, you know you push up on me, you know you twist up on me. I could tell that you want me. You want to bend your back and push back and bubble up and wind up. I know you want it, I know you want it, I know you want it, and I like it like this, just like this. 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 I like it 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 like this. Ooh, oh, 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 eh, eh. Take a wine, take a wine on me. Oh, yo, 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 baby. I've traveled through the stars and many moons to find you, baby. The sugar on your skin, the sweetest melanin, yeah. See when it's about into the light and your body looking right. No constellation in the sky could ever take a shine. I'll travel a million miles just to look up on your smile. Baby, look up to the clouds right now. Say it to me, I will be for the entire night. See, baby, while I'm close, I'll be here by your side. You're doing things to me that I cannot deny. The way you're looking, girl, you are so certified. Put me back one time when you give me that fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine. Take my boat to the dock side and anchor down by the bedside. Give me that fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine. Take my boat to the dock side and anchor down by the bedside. Baby, I see you as a queen, a love that's made for me, yeah. When you put on your crown, I kneel down to the ground, girl. See when you step out into the light and your body looking right. No constellation in the sky could ever take a shine. I'll travel a million miles just to look up on your smile. Baby, look up to the clouds right now. Say it to me, I will be around for the entire night. See, baby, while I'm close, I'll be here by your side. You're doing things to me that I cannot deny. The way you're looking, girl, you are so certified. Put me back one time when you give me that fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine. Take my boat to the dock side and anchor down by the bedside. Give me that fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine. Take my boat to the dock side, anchor down by the bedside.
Waka waka baby, ooh baby, corner corner baby. And I go tell my mama, and I go tell my papa, and I go tell and say, you be waka waka baby, you be chuku chuku baby, baby sawale, sawa sawa sawale, sawa sawa sawale. Hey, pom pom, porokotom, pom pom, hey, porokotom, pom pom, porokotom, pom pom, porokotom, akolopa, 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 pom pom, ọjàrí pọpọ, okunmọ bèbí, ọjàkúrẹgbẹ, pom pom, aṣáwó, àwùṣá, àwùṣá, aṣáwó, aṣáwó, àwùṣá, pom pom, pom pom, and the baby sawa lele. Sawa, 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 le. Some of them never know me. Some of them don't know me. Some of them keep for me. Every time the people jump in, some of them wanna wine for me. Some of them boogie down for me. They love the way the ladies will wine for me. Everybody now, like a hey. Everybody hey. I like the way you do it hey. I did the say. I'm a ladies who wine on her. See girls and her. I'm a boom boom yeah you there. All the ladies who roll like her. Hook your body to the beat yeah. Love me, need me. I'm a ladies, everybody they want me. The sexy body girls they need me. She said love me, she want me, yeah she want me. All my boom boom everybody love me. Sexy body girls everybody sang up. See the girl them hear me sang up. People them a feel me from the sang up. Don't care when I don't get up. See the girl them a want to they hear me sang up. I bust the stereo. See the people them a feeling me like so. And the round I go, they want to go. See right now me come them way slow.
Oh, so city, I love when you mix, daddy.
Watch the fire. Rantan and Weezy fire. I double them on the remix. Yo, baby just bend down, pause. 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 Girl, why you bend down, bubble and wine? Let me see you just wind your waistline. Girl, why you drop down, bubble and wine? Let me see you just wind your waistline. Me say, girl, why you wind down low? How are you wind down low? Step to the front and do what you want. Pass a little wind down low. Say bend down like something drop. Everybody know I'm at something that. Your body slim, girl, but you're something fat. I feel mash up the place, I know nothing that. Bend over, girl, 90 degrees to me. And don't come back up yet, girl, see me. And whenever you whine for me, we feel like we just win $1 million cash money. Girl, you know why you set the trend, girl, then. You big man starts when I can, girl, then. Show me why you and your friend don't mash up the place and when. Me say, baby, just bend down, pause. 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 I'm not leaving, that's impossible to do. Cause if you want me to flow, you got me looking the way you do. You got me cooking the way you do. You got me hooking me. If you want me to go, you got me looking the way you do. You got me walking the way you do. Because you're hooking me. I don't know what to do, so I'm bleeding. Cause you ain't give me no reason. You tell me this the end of the season. Mash up everything, just so. You don't understand when you watch me. I said I see that I win the lottery. Or you go pick up just so and then dump me. No, baby, no. But your back on my clothes in a garbage bag. You put it on the ground by the roadside. You can't get out your place to come inside. Baby, no, do it not. You go break my heart. Can't believe you're ready to give up on me just so. Cause wearing. On the draw and cupboard you're clearing. Mash up with interest, stressful. When I met you, Marshall tell me, hey, that is a trophy. So if you throw away the thing, it go hurt me. No, baby, no. But your back on me clothes in a garbage bag. You put it on the ground by the roadside. You tell the cat out your place to come inside. Baby, no, do me that, you go break me heart. Can't believe you're ready to give up on me just so. Cause if you want me to go, you got me looking the way you do. You got me cooking the way you do. You got me hooking me. If you want me to go, you got me looking the way you do. You got me hooking the way you do. Because you're looking me. Let me ask you a question. Can I say what I want to say? I want to say what I want to say. Can I say what I want to say? I really want to say it. People don't know yet, but they won't judge you. They talking about you. Must be something about you. Smiling your face and talking you bad and making up things that far from the fact. Why you talking and talking and talking about me? I'll be pressing on doing my thing. I'm telling you, please don't judge me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes off me. Off me, off me. People talking, look at ballet, 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 song. Ballet, 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 ballet,
Party must up again. Hey, hey, got a little bubbling. Hey, hey, yo, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you all so much for tuning into my first ever mix for 2021, baby. If you like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up and join the family. Hit that subscribe button. If you're not already, beautiful people, make sure you follow me on Instagram right now at OSOCity, at OSOCITY. I answer all my comments. I answer my DMs. It's a great way for us to connect and talk to each other. And I'm going to be going on Instagram Live. I'm going to be doing giveaways. I'm going to be doing so much amazing things. So make sure you follow OSOCity on Instagram right now. Beautiful people, oh my gosh, it makes my day. It puts the biggest smile on my face when I see you guys make videos on Instagram and tag me while you're listening to my mix. So please, make a couple videos of you listening to my mix while you're on Instagram and tag me. Oh my gosh, it just makes me smile so much. It brightens up my day. I love your support from all over the world. I just don't have the words to describe how it makes me feel. So please make a couple videos and tag me on Instagram right now. Beautiful people, I have so much amazing original projects coming out on my Spotify. So make sure you follow OSOCity on Spotify right now. And while you're on Spotify, make sure to like the OSOCity playlist because I'm going to be updating it with the best music from around the world. And I just want to say thank you all so much for your love and support. I love you guys all so much. I want to wish you a happy new year to you and your beautiful family. Stay safe. OSOCity is going to be here every week, bringing those great vibes to you. I love you. Deuces.
I want to give it to you. 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 I want to give it to you, baby. I want to give it to you, honey. I want to give it to you, sweetheart. I want to give it to you. Hey, where you want? Cock it, show me your colors and bend, 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 baby. If you're right, Team BME. You're right. Team BME. C to the A and B. You listening? Face down, ass up. Face down, ass up. Sit down on the body and bounce. Sit down on the body and bounce. Face down, ass up. Face down, ass up. Sit down on the body and bounce. Sit down on the body and bounce. Young girl, you really can't touch this. You best in the ring, son alarm practice. Turn around for your buff knock chat. Everything flat like a Falconer cat. I got my heart for your butt, God. Stop, you shake up the thing I make me break spot. Flash like no start, so I go double. Come, let me show you why I run the road. Face down, ass up.
Sorry. Sorry. Hmm?
Bartender bring out the shot. Moto there.
Oh, so city.
Yeah. Could have been one shot of liquor or the whole case of liquor. Whole team lit, let we mash it up proper. Party real nice, yeah, the party look good. What about now? Take a shot for the road. Boom, bam. Now we take one for the road. Boom, bam. Now we take a shot for the road. Boom, bam. Now we take one for the road. Party look nice, yeah, party look good. Boom, bam. Now we take one for the road. Boom, bam. Now we take a shot for the road. Boom, bam. Now we take one for the road. Party look nice, yeah, party look good. Now we go down by the juve. Plenty rum and gal by the juve. Yeah, think my team lit, party car done, my team lit. One shot of rum, one for the road. Party look nice, yeah, party look good. Boom bam, now we take one for the road. Boom bam, now we take a shot for the road. Boom bam, now we take one for the road. Party look nice, yeah, party look good. Boom bam, now we take one for the road. Boom bam, now we take a shot for the road. Boom bam, now we take one for the road. Party look nice, yeah. I come for this one. Sign me up, I come for this one. Sign me up, I come for this one. Sign me up, I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this one. Sign me up.
Hi, everybody. While we're waiting on the judges, I would like to ask if there are any questions, if there were any things that you would like to have cleared up. This is the moment, just so we don't come to a full stop. I would love to hear your responses, general thoughts about the conference, if anybody's still in. Okay, then I think we'll do it elementary school style. Shania Malona, I think, are you in? Oh, hi, Angia. Hi. So what are your thoughts on the conference up till now?
Oh yeah, I think it's going great. I enjoyed all the presentations. Do you hear me?
We can't hear you, Angia.
Okay, well, I think I need to yell. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, a little bit louder, please. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Hear me now.
Yeah.
Okay. I think all the presentations went very
Mhm.
well. I really enjoyed it. I loved the video from Martinique, I think. It was very creative. You all had something different to show, but it was great to see, and I'm happy that we could all be here. And I hope you guys will enjoy it and stay for later because we're gonna play trivia. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Angia. That's a very good point. We won't end the session right after the announcement, so feel free to stay in the meeting. We've planned about half an hour for fun, food, and fellowship. So that's a bit more informal, and it's gonna start a small party, a safe party, with some fun games. And Angia is our club director within Interact Canopy. And she always does the fun food and fellowships at the end of meetings, and they are often the most popular parts of our meetings. So be sure to stay. District Governor Lyle, are you still in? As you had such a moving opening, do you have some intermittent remarks for us? grace us, please. Humor us.
I have to tell you that I am really impressed with your smooth move in moving in French there. You know, putting me on the spot. All I could say to you guys is, look, whoever wins, you've done a great job. Whoever doesn't win, you too have done a great job, because I'm totally impressed with the quality of what was presented, the thought that went into it. I mean, this is really impressive. And I would be so happy if Rotary would have come to listen to you today. I know we have Rotary from Suriname and Rotaract, because we can all learn from Interact. And I think it was super. I don't want to take up too much time, because as you guys know, I talk too much.
I've never had that idea, Mr. Lyle. It's always a pleasure to listen to you.
Well, ask AG Giante. She can tell you, right? I talk too much. But as I'm there, I just want to say that I forgot to include my two super fantastic AGs, Benedict and Giante, and I apologize for that. I'm so happy to see Aruba here, because I know that you are all in the middle of your exams, and it is a real testament that people have taken the time, the interactors have taken the time in the middle of their exams. That is commitment. So that is our future, and thank you all so much. I have
It is not service above self. It is service above self.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it will build goodwill and better friendships. So we are going to embrace all of our interactors. We're going to make one district. And imagine the power we have as one district. Yeah, multiply all the clubs and we have so much power. And you guys are going to share your projects with all the Interact clubs in the district. So don't, you know, there's nothing called copyright in Rotary. So whatever you do, you share with everybody, and we'll get some really great
Yeah,
projects.
we get to turn potential into power, because we've experienced the potential, but now it's putting it into action and implementing and bij betrekken to get others involved to really make it district wide, and maybe after district wide that we include the whole Rotary family.
That's right.
Yes, and multiple clubs in the district is much better than one, and it can have a much greater impact on our society, on our climate, on hopefully we'll be the generation that wins the battle against climate change with these projects.
Absolutely. And remember what I put, I don't know if you saw what I put in the chat group, but whatever you use, if you have water coolers in the schools, make sure to brand them Interact. So
yes, we have the one at Colegio, it is branded with Interact, with the Interact brand.
Excellent, excellent. So I will stop talking so you can ask others to add something. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, District Governor Lyle. It's really the focus, putting the focus on branding, I think, just because you want that exposure and you want to include new people and you want to, that's why I liked Martinique's clip too, because it's an introduction to the values within Rotary and within Rotary and Interact. I think it's, and that's why it's a real Rotary family. They're all ages, and they're people that started out as interactors and are now Rotarians, and it's a really tight-knit family. That's what I really love about it. Yeah, it's different from other service organizations, and it's also very near to me because the relation within the United Nations is very near to me. And the progress we're gaining, it's so thank you. If I might address that thank you to you, and you would be so kind to forward it to the broader Rotary family. Thank you.
It is also beautiful that when as Interact, we can go anywhere in the world, and when we come across another Interact club, we have this bond. We have this unique bond that a lot of other clubs won't have. That you come to a Rotary, you're like, yeah, I'm from the Interact club. This is my position in the Interact club. This is what we did this year, and you can start up a conversation with any Interactor, any Rotaract, any Rotarian from across the world, and you always know that you have that network to fall back on in case you need it. In case you want to make an impact somewhere, you can always contact another Interact, another Rotarian, and another Rotaractor. And as we all know, it's about
Instant
service.
family.
Yes, it's about service above self. And since we all share that passion, that devotion to making our community better, we can all make sure, we can all know we can count on each other no matter what.
I'm looking at the chat. Our advisors are saying this is the first and a very waterfall. What is waterfall in waterfall? What is waterfall in English? Valuable. Yeah, it's a first and very valuable step, and I'm really glad with the interaction we're having between the Interact clubs, and that we, after the pandemic, I think the focus on collaboration and on support has been underlined, and I hope we can rely on that support and keep that tight knitness. We can keep that in for in the future and in our coming the new presidents and the new directors. I hope the relations we've established, that they stay and they can only be cultivated. Yeah, because this is the first time such a district-wide event has been held by a Interact club, but I'm sure it won't be the last. Right, guys?
Yes.
It better not be the last. Hey Daniel, since who's the president again who organized this? It's
Sorry, I didn't catch your question.
oh, you're the president that organized this entire event, right? With the help of your team?
Yes, my team consists of Angia. She's our club director. Gaitan, who's our new environmental director. We have a committee of environmental, and Matai, who's our international understanding. So yeah, it was a team of 4.
Do you have a few words you want to say to your team, to all the interactors here? How, yeah, just a few words so we can listen to the
Yeah.
president who ordered.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I definitely have a lot to say, because yeah, all of the planning for this project, it was sometimes it was very stressful, and you'd lose sight of the trees within the wilderness. But see, being here today, yeah, it gives me gratification. It satisfies me, because seeing that all of our hard work has led up to this event, all of these people who are very excited to participate in our event. Yeah, I'm lost for words. I'm very, very happy with our result, and a very, very big thank you to my team and our advisors, and also everyone from the Rotary District, the 7030, who helped us and assisted us. Yeah, it wouldn't have been possible without all the help. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Ooh. Yeah, I think does anyone else like to say something? Because I think we can then move on to our judges. They have the results. Very exciting. Yeah. Sorry, is anyone?
On voudrait juste peut-être dire quelque chose. On est très très contente
We
d'être
would
ici.
like to say something. We're very happy to be with you guys today. It's a great experience, especially because we're a very recent club. We have a lot to learn, and that's going to help us to have contact with you. And we're really excited. We're looking forward for the rest of the project, and thank you very much for all your support. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, are there any other people? If not, we'll be.
Well, I guess
Yep.
one last word for me. So you guys, before you guys get tired of hearing from me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, like I said before, very proud of you guys. As a fellow president, I understand your stress of getting everything in order on such a wild scale event. That's why I feel very proud of you, because as a president, I can understand the struggle, the stress, getting everything in order. I understand. And to your team, congratulations. This event was an entire success. I hope all of you feel very proud of yourself for how you organized this entire event. I can't even think of all the risks, all the miscalculations you might have had to get this going. And for the communications, getting your answers from everyone you needed to get everything in order, just the amount of stress you guys would have felt. I'd be very, very proud and happy for yourselves for hosting such an amazing and wonderful event. So feel very proud. And that's gonna be my last word for right now. So good job, guys.
Thank you very much. It means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, Matai, would you like to go through to our judges with the exciting?
Right now, I'm yeah, really exciting results. I'm a bit at a loss of words because so many nice things have been said by our fellow interactors. But I won't dwell on that too long. Thank you guys very much. It means a lot. We really appreciate it. Yeah, let's move on to the results. Mr. Matt, if you would be so kind.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks. I mentioned in my comments at the beginning that the project plans that we'd seen were all excellent, and that everything was still to play for today, and that really showed in the judging. I'm going to ask my fellow judges to join me in a second, but I mean, what I can tell you is the total score available to each entry was 100 points. And the difference between the first 3 places was 1.2 percentage points between the 3 of them. So that's how close it was. It was really, really difficult for us to score and to come up with the overall winner. All of the presentations were excellent. Even the range between all 6 was still very small. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to call on David Singh to announce the 3rd place entry.
Thank you, Matt. And I want to join everyone else who has congratulated Daniel and your team for organizing this excellent event. It's remarkable, and you've done it. I know a number of you were in the middle of your own exams, even as you did this. So I really want to congratulate you for pulling this off in such a highly successful and professional manner. It speaks highly for the future of the Caribbean when we have leaders like yourselves doing that. Of course, those who participated in the competition itself, all of you must be very, very proud of yourself. I recognize, of course, Martinique. You've just joined a year ago, and what you presented to us is a finished product. And so we want to really recognize that, in fact, you have come a long way, and the entire Caribbean must be very proud of your contribution. But I want to say a few words before I announce the 3rd place winner. As Matt has pointed out, the results were very close, and it was really the decision between who were the top 3 clubs was not the easiest of things to do. But a few points that I think would be relevant for everyone, and that is, the first point is it's important to stick to the guidelines. Yeah. So if you're asked to, here is your proposal, here's a call for proposals, this is what you have to do. Step 1 or step 2, phase 1 or phase 2, make sure you follow that guidance. Oftentimes that ends up being almost the deciding factor in whether or not you go forward or you don't go forward. It's important to stick to the guidelines. The second point I want to make is that a written proposal is not the same as a presentation to a group. So you have to be very mindful of that dynamic there. We enjoyed the kind of connection that presenters made with their audience that happened during the course of the of presentations. That also is very helpful. And the third point I make before I make the announcement is that remember that innovation oftentimes is taking a simple idea and adding something special onto it. So it's not about creating something amazingly different. It could be that, but oftentimes it is taking something simple and making amazing. It could be taking something that has been done before and amplifying it. It could be taking an idea that's true and proven, or taking a problem and turning it into something that's something else. And it could also be very often a question of creating something amazingly new and unique that people can actually dream about. That, wow, if we do that, what are the possibilities that are created out of that? Taking all of that into consideration, and it was incredibly difficult, as I've said. The judges have, by consensus, decided that they interact the club from Barbados, the Queen's College Club from Barbados. We've adjudged them to be the third place winner. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, can I ask Annalisa to announce the second place winner?
Thank you, Matt. Just want to check you're hearing me, Matt? Okay, fantastic. Hello, good day, everyone. First, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Annalisa Rashid. I was not present at the first webinar. Unfortunately, I had a prior engagement, but I managed to record my presentation. So I'm very pleased actually to be here to see all of your faces, all of your very young faces, I might add, which is very, it's hopeful because, you know, the fact that you've taken time off on your Sunday morning to really dedicate to this particular project and cause, it signals that, you know, we're heading in the right direction here in the Caribbean. So I'd like to follow David's approach and build the suspense because I have a few words I'd like to add, say before I actually announce the second place winner. So if you permit me. Firstly, congratulations to Daniel and your team to the support from your, you know, your what you call your mother club. It's been a tremendous initiative. I told Daniel that from the very beginning when he contacted me. And I just hope that you retitle this particular initiative from Environmental Olympics to first annual Environmental Olympics. I hope you do this every year. I hope you encourage other clubs to participate. And, you know, you've started off very strongly, and I think you'll grow leaps and bounds. So congratulations. And, you know, it's true when they say you've got limitless possibilities moving forward. So congratulations to you and your team. Also following from David, you know, I echo his sentiments about general comments about the various proposals and presentations. I totally support what he said. And I'd like to add a bit more of my thoughts on the presentations and the project plans. You know, I agree with David where, you know, don't reinvent the wheel. It's better to be part of a team than go it alone when you're trying to tackle environmental management. And so I would strongly encourage you when you are conceptualizing projects for your clubs, and I'm sure this is just the first project you have out, you know, and you conceptualize many more in the future, to please, you know, see what else is happening in your country, what other civic clubs like Rotary clubs are doing, what are the NGOs doing, what is the government working on, and if possible, build or develop a project that synergizes with existing activities. And that way you have a greater impact, because going it alone in environmental management it's very difficult, and you know, you end up operating in a silo, and you know, it can make achieving your goals you know, very difficult in the end. So that's my main piece of advice. Really don't invent the wheel. There's a lot of work happening in the region. Build on it, do the research, make the contacts in the relevant organizations, and see what's happening. The other point I'd like to stress, and this is more on the actual environmental side, and to those projects who submitted projects that are dealing with recycling, is remember, you have to consider the life cycle of the material. So, you know, if you're going, so when you think about, a lot of you focused quite a lot on the actual collection or temporary collection from households or from consumers or on the streets. But you have to think through, how is this going to be disposed? Is this going to be disposed in an environmentally sound manner? You know, many of you identified partner companies who would actually treat and pick up the waste, but the onus is on you to determine, are they actually dealing with it in an environmentally sound manner, or are you contracting a company to collect the waste and throw it in the river? So, you know, there's a what do you call, a duty of care on everyone. And once you're involved in environmental management, you have to ensure you have to look at the life cycle of the product. Thirdly, I would like to suggest, you know, we're in the Caribbean, we always speak about paucity of data. And every project that is conceptualized, it's important, I think, to look for opportunities to actually collect data that can be useful, even at a local level or at your government level. So for many of you who proposed recycling projects, I would have liked to see you include an element of, are you actually looking at the data, seeing the quantities of waste collected, you know, types of waste, and you're generating reports that you can then share with a relevant agency in your country, because you want your countries to make informed policies. And how do they make informed policies? They need data. So you have a really vital opportunity here to actually have a say at a national level. So please, you know, I encourage you to think about that. And then finally, just think about your project, not just implementation, but sustainability, recurrent expenses. You know, you don't want to win this money and you're able to roll out your project. It's a fantastic project, and you can only sustain it for 1 month, you know? And then, so, you know, you have to think about recurrent expenses, try to factor in solutions to deal with it, you know, and, you know, looking at, you know, sponsors or whatever, but it's something you have to think of now, not when you actually are hit with the bill and you're like, I don't know what to do with it. So those are just some overall ideas, I you know, for you all as young environmental managers moving forward in your lives to think about. You know, it will really suit you well. So right now I've gotten that out of the way, what you all are really eager to hear, who came second. And as Matt said, it was amazingly close, which meant that, you know, there's really nothing separating the top 3 clubs. And in my mind, you all came first. Everyone came first in this particular project, Environmental Olympics. But the second place team, drum roll, anybody, is Up for the Ages, Eco SLU. You got 78.2 points. And just a brief bit about your project. It was extremely innovative. You know, developing an app is what we need in the Caribbean. We have to move with the times. We have to move with the technology and the innovation. So we applaud you greatly for that. I think you're moving in the right direction. Your mindset is really where it needs to be as we try to solve our many challenges. The actual problem you're trying to solve, definitely well defined. I think, you know, protecting the biodiversity of St. Lucia is crucial, and you demonstrated the need and importance for it. And what we particularly liked about your project is that you recognize the Department of Sustainable Development as a partner, and you had them listed first, which in my mind said that you recognize that they are an important resource who would have helped in the development of this app. So on those criteria, you really did well. What sort of maybe was a bit a challenge for your project was the cost. I mean, that sort of stood out. It really was a high cost, and we weren't sure that would have actually had implications for feasibility and can this actually be implemented. You mentioned that there was a DIY app. And we would have liked if you had actually provided the cost for that DIY, because it might have been a lower cost than showing that the project was actually feasible, because at 20,000, 25,000, and given the parameters of this particular project, it was it seemed like we weren't sure the project could have actually been implemented. And then the second bit that we felt you could work on was the impact measure. How do you measure the impact of this app? We really want you to consider, like, there's in project planning and project management, there are what you call smart indicators. And we encourage you to do some research on that, look at what smart indicators mean, and really use, try to pull or integrate it into how you develop your project. It will really help you identify what are the outcomes and measure if your project is having an impact. But overall, tremendous project. It blew my mind when I saw it. And the presentation was terrific. Well done. They were very clearly well prepared. So congratulations again to ECO SLU. So this is St. Joseph's Convent and the Sir Arthur Lewis College. Well done. Thank you. Matt?
Thank you. So I won't delay I won't increase the delay too much longer. The comments that I really would add have already been made. So definitely as it relates to the SMART objectives, it's really important that you're able to quantify the outcome of the projects that you're working on. And I tell you, for me, why that's particularly important is if you are looking for corporate partners, if you're looking for sponsorship, support from the private sector on initiatives like this, a lot of the time these organizations are going to want to see what it is that you set out to do, and then that way that will allow them to measure whether your efforts have been a success or a failure. So think about how to make your outcomes smart, so that you can report back on them, and think about how you can involve the private sector with your project. So for example, if you're talking about a recycling project, can you get branding on the bins? Can you get branding on reusable bottles? If you can often cover the cost of these items using the sponsorship and using the private sector. So that's just something to think about as well. So with that said, with a score of 78.5, so just 0.3 points ahead of second place, the winner of the Environmental Olympics, again, 2021, on the idea that there will be more, is the Interact Club of Canwy.
What? Oh.
Again, it was really difficult, really close. We loved elements of every project. What we particularly liked about Canwy was your project, it wasn't just about the collection of the items to recycle. We really liked the idea of the user-generated content, where as users drop off their materials, they take a selfie, they post it, they tag you on social media. That's a really great way to build awareness about what you're doing without incurring additional expense. Let your users generate your media for you. We thought that was a really nice, innovative add-on that really set that project just slightly above the others. So congratulations, guys. Congratulations for everything you've done on today, and congratulations on taking first place.
Thank you so much. Oh, my heart is racing. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm shocked. Thank you so much. We worked hard on this for the last couple of months, and I know everyone who helped. I know everyone who helped us with the project, even my mom, when I asked her a couple of things. I want to thank everyone. This was a really special project for us, and thank you for voting for us. And we will work hard to make this project be as good as it can be. And I don't think it will be only national. I hope we can bring it for the whole Caribbean. But even then, hopefully we can even bring it to different countries in Europe. I want to dream big, because the environment is not only a national thing. It's not only a thing for the Caribbean. It's a thing for the whole world. And if we start and bring so much attention to the project, and then we can set an example for the rest, and then we can start a whole movement to protect our Earth. And I thank you so much. I'm really emotional right now. I don't know what to say. I didn't expect this, but thank you. And we will work hard to make this a reality.
Congratulations, guys! You guys won! Yay! Congrats!
Oh wow, I did not expect this. Congrats to the team, man. Yeah, they did everything on their own, all the planning, everything they did just by themselves. And to see this, I'm lost for words, man. I didn't expect it, but it's a welcome surprise.
It's a really welcome surprise. So I was waiting on the results, and I didn't see I had my microphone on, but I was really stunned. I'm immensely proud of Canwy, but not only Canwy, I'm proud of the whole Interact family, and especially the newer clubs that put in the effort, that managed to send in their projects, because there were some people, some clubs that weren't able to. So it means the world to us that you are all here and that you attended. And it's wonderful to have the kickoff be won by Canwy, but I'm hoping that in the future, when I'm hearing we'll host it next year, so good luck to the presidents then. But I'm sure, I hope to see you all again and have that same wonderful input. And really, thank you. And congrats to the other winners, but you're all winners in my book. Really, you are wonderful presentations, wonderful ideas. And I think there are the main point, my main point is that they're doable, they're viable. We can really execute them, and they're projects that could have an awesome impact. So I think there's certainly projects we should continue to develop. Having said that, I would like to welcome Gaitan Gaya Persat, our own Director of Environment. It's the first Environment Commission, so he's our first director. Go ahead, Gaitan.
Hello everyone, my name is Kaitan Garpasat and I am the Environmental Director of Interact Club Canwy. I would like to congratulate Interact Club Canwy, and I would also like to thank all the other clubs that have participated in the Environmental Olympics for presenting these wonderful environmental projects. It was a great honor to organize this environmental project with Daniel, Angia, and Matay. I want to thank the District Secretary, Ms. Soraya Warner Gustav, the District Environmental Sustainability Chair, Mr. Matt Render, and the Rotary District Public Image Chair, Mr. Sean Paddy, for their help. This webinar would not be possible without the help of our wonderful advisors, Ms. Nancy Del Prado and Ms. Sharon McDonald, whose help was essential in organizing all of this. I would also like to thank our panel of judges, Mr. David Singh, Mr. Matt Render, and Ms. Annalisa Rashid. And of course, our sponsors, because this would not be possible without the sponsors. And of course, our translator, Ms. Vicky Gusto. Thank you, and have a great day, everyone. Yes.
Thank you, guys, and we're immensely thankful for all the support we've had from the district. And I think it would be fitting if AG Jayanti Hindori would like to say a few closing remarks. Is AG Jayanti still in?
Microphone. Yes, I am in. I am in. Thank you very much, Matai. It's my pleasure. To our Captain of District 7030, Lyle Chase, our District Secretary, Soraya, my fellow Assistant Governor from Martinique, Benedict, other distinguished district officers, the President of Rotary Club of Paramaribo, Nicole Chinaji, presidents of all Interact clubs, other valued interactors, Rotarians, our expert judges, sponsors, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. My dear young fellows, I am very proud to be part of this Rotary family. Today, we have witnessed again the impact our youth can have on the world totally. Environment, as we know, and again learned today, is a global topic. Environmental pollution is worldwide the major source of problems in human health and in sustainable development of society and economy. With these innovative ideas presented today, they can start making an impact right now. It's an event that really does not happen overnight. We know that. The wheels started rolling months ago, we just heard from President Daniel. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated interactors who know how to put the idea into practice and who are result-oriented. I cannot thank everyone enough for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zone. I extend my heartfelt thanks to one and all to make this seminar a huge success. I especially would like to thank President Daniel Hilversum and the Environmental Committee for this wonderful initiative. The Environmental Committee from Interact Club of Paramaribo Canwy consists of the President Daniel Hilversum, Gaten Gaya Prasad, Director Environment, Matai Samuel, Director of International Understanding, and our superb Master of Ceremonies of today's event, and Angia Bergen, Director of Club Service. We cannot emphasize it enough that youth should be involved in these topics. It is the first time that such an event is organized by Interact Club of Paramaribo Canwy on a district level. We can only hope that the awareness will be for our environment will only grow and grow and grow. Also, special thanks to all the participants from District 7030. We hope that this will also be the starting point for you to raise awareness for the environment. We understand the importance of a clean environment. Let's make sure everyone around us also does. As the environment will be the seventh pillar for the next Rotary year, you have our full support to continue with the excellent work you just started. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, AG, Jayanti, Hinduri. It was, I almost want to end the meeting right now because it was such a fitting and such powerful closing remarks. We started strong and we got to finish very strong. I would still like to give President Daniel just to do the last few closing remarks and take your closing remarks in ontvangst name to accept those and really express our gratitude. Go ahead, President Daniel.
Yes, thank you. Like Matai said, I want to thank you all very much. You also, Ms. Jayanti, for all the words you've said. Everyone for participating, because it's a competition. Without your participation, it'd be nothing. So thank you guys very, very much. I hope you didn't forget, but the way the system works, is that every team that's out of the top three still gets $100 to actually try and start funding for an environmental project. So I think nobody's a loser today, or at least I hope so. This might have been the first time you've heard of us, maybe participated in one of our projects, anything. But I think I can assure you it sure won't be the last. Next year, maybe the Environmental Olympics, maybe something else, but it won't be the last. Yeah, thank you guys again. And yeah, I want to end this year. Thank you.
Thank you, President Daniel, and thank you, everyone. I think most of you have been thanked, but thank you, Ms. Vicky, for translating. Thank you to the district for the support. Thank you, District Secretary Soraya. Thank you, all the AGs, Mr. Benedict Chanteur. Thank you, AG Jayanti Hinduri. Thanks, Ms. Luana Falconer, for attending. It really meant a lot to have that representation from the district, and even have District Governor Lyle attend. And he brought he brought his own St. Lucian calypso into the meeting, and I loved it. Thank you. And we are family. I think that's the thing I could really underscore after our meeting. Thank you. I would like to go over into our fun, food, and fellowship. So feel free to stay, and it's a bit more informal. And yeah, let's celebrate, because we are all winners here.